Assalamu alaikum, family. Peace be unto you. Welcome to the Sajdah channel. We're going to chat a little bit today about life, love, and business. So be a friend, tell a friend, and we'll be right back after a few short commercials and a beautiful prayer. And can y'all believe it's sweatshirt season? Let's talk about it. See you in a few.
O Allah, guide me among those whom Thou hast guided aright, and preserve me among those whom Thou hast preserved, and befriend me among those whom Thou hast befriended. Bless me in whatsoever Thou dost grant me, and deliver me from the evil of what Thou hast judged. Surely Thou judgest, and none can judge against Thee. And he whom Thou befriendest is not disgraced. Blessed art Thou, O Lord, and exalted be Thee above what they set up besides Thee. I bear witness, nothing deserves to be served besides Thee. And I bear witness that Muhammad is Thy servant and apostle. Amen.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who in my judgment is the master historian, taught us that of all our studies, history is the most attractive, and it is best qualified to reward the researcher. History is most attractive. Why should history be most attractive? Because history is the recorded time of the human family in its struggle to overcome obstacles. There is no life that is without struggle. The Holy Quran teaches us that man, meaning man and woman, is made to face difficulties. And after difficulty comes ease. but it is history that guides us through difficulty. For if you know how people who had difficulty yesterday got through, and if your difficulty is somewhat similar, then today we also can get through if we follow the guidance of history. This is why Carter G. Woodson and many of our black giants fought for black people to know our history. Because in not knowing our history, we don't have a guide. And without a guide, we are lost. No wonder the Bible...
Assalamu alaikum, family. Peace be unto you. Welcome to the Sajdah channel. Hope everybody's doing good. Look, can y'all believe it's sweatshirt season already? It just popped up on us here in Chicago, like all of a sudden, boom, it's sweatshirt season. What no? But we got you. We got you covered. You know what I'm saying? Just go to ElijahMuhammadHouse.com. If you can't think of that, go to SajdahHouse.com. Scroll down to the bottom, and where you see the little shopping bag, click on that, and get your sweatshirts, get your Scullies. We don't have that many of these left, so I would say get these first. These are only $25, but I don't have that many. These go fast. These and the berets go really, really fast. We do have some berets left, but these go super fast. And sweatshirts, we got all sizes from not extra small, but from small to 3X. Okay. So get your sweatshirt. It's a little change of season. Yeah. And guess what, y'all? We are just days out from this life-changing book that's going to be coming out. It's chock full with lots of data, lots of stuff in it that I think you all will sorry, I dropped it. I think you all will enjoy. My favorite chapter, at least I say today, is the chapter on nation building. But every time I look at it, I feel like it's a game changer. So me and my team are just tweaking a few little things here, and then we will be, once we approve it, within 48 to 72 hours, we'll be live. I'm going to give you the website. You go there, and I encourage you to join the Warrior Entrepreneur Movement, because that's what we're calling it. We are striving to build this movement through partnerships and collaborations. It's how I built my entire business. Everything that I've ever done since I've gone independent has been with collaborations, partnerships, you name it. Without taking up some of these offers to go with some of these larger agencies here. This is what I don't want. Listen. And I thought about this. And no offense to anybody that's done this. Lord knows I'm not trying to offend nobody, but I'm just letting y'all in on my strategy. I am a follower and student, right, of Master Sajdah Muhammad, follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm a student, okay? I've spent my entire adult life studying and integrating what I showed up on the planet to do with these great teachings. Thanks, Mom. Mom says she likes the cover. Hey, thank you. So I was going to do a whole new photo shoot, but it was just something about this that resonated with me. And then I prayed on it, and I was like, you know what? Let's go with this. I put this on the back just so you guys will recognize it, and you'll know this is mine. You'll be like, this is my girl right here. So, but as you can see, it's a lot. And a lot of these essays in here and things in here, I've been working on since the pandemic. There's a couple that were supposed to be in the first book in 2016. So when the website goes live, it's already built, it's already done. It's a landing page. When it goes live, you'll be able to join the Warrior Entrepreneur Movement. You'll be able to do all this other stuff. You'll be able to book for, if you have a podcast, I'd love to come on your podcast. We will help you promote. But as I was saying, I get offers from these different management agencies, bureaus that say, hey, let us manage you. And they say it's a way for your message to get out to more people. And you will see in my chapter in here on nation building, where I talk about making those kinds of choices, right? Like the people who told me that if I let them repackage the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they got certain things for me, and as it relates to the museum. I don't want to be, no, let me say it in a positive way. I want to be one of those soldiers who can purely say that I'm making my own decision and I am truly able to aid and assist. And I feel some kind of way if there's a group of people that are attacking my minister, being able to also say, but we control you, meaning me. So I don't want to give control over what Allah is giving me and what he blesses me as a download to people who are at odds or at war with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Even though it would probably, we'd have millions of views on here today. We'd have, probably the shadow banning and the messing with our stuff, the hacking of the directory, and all of that probably would stop. I can't lay down at night knowing that I'm calling myself a soldier. But the question becomes, who am I really a soldier to? So when we say that prayer, which is at the beginning of the book, let me show you all. Right at the front of the book, I put the refuge prayer. Oh Allah, I seek your refuge from anxiety and grief. I seek your refuge from the lack of strength and laziness. Y'all remember we broke this prayer down on the show. I seek your refuge from cowardice and niggardliness. See, I don't want to become a coward and be afraid. I was raised to be fearless, but I don't want to become a coward and then sell out to something or someone. So I'm seeking refuge in Allah. I don't want to become niggardly and fall victim. I seek your refuge from being overpowered by debt and the oppression of men. And so debt sometimes is a necessary evil, if you will, if it's not managed properly, but I don't want to be a victim to that. I ask Allah to deliver me from whatever evil intentions the debtor has against me. So I just said, you all seem, I told them, I said, you all seem like really nice people. Really nice people. But I know, because you just said it in so many words, I'm paraphrasing a meeting that I'm not going to share, at least not yet, that you have a problem with my spiritual father. And I can't stand in his face and say, I'm with you, sir, knowing that you all are managing and controlling my career, my life, my sales. Even if you say, like you just said, we'll let you do what you want to do. We'll let you promote. You can promote the Nation of Islam. You can promote your museum. You can promote, you can blah, blah, blah. It just, now I'm pretty conservative and I'm not hating on nobody else. It just doesn't feel right to me. And so that's why I made the choice. And I just said, it's just, I believe that we can come together and that enough of us can begin to support one another through things like this book, through things like the museum, through things like some of the other work. There's so much that's going to come out of this book, inshallah. I believe it's a game changer. It's a game changer for me. I believe it's a game changer for, my circle. I believe it's a game changer for you. And I intend it to be a supplement. So I'm not out here trying to usurp any other movement. I'm not a binary thinker. So if you out here, you own something, you got whatever you doing, I'm not saying drop them and come over here. I'm saying use this book as a supplement. Use it as a supplement to what you're doing. Use it as a supplement for whoever you already follow. That's all I'm saying. Okay. But so I was up late. Sorry for looking like this today. Just going through, making just the final little tweaks on it. In the back here, I don't call it a workbook. I call it a thought book. Got a little ad for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House Museum, but I call this, it's a companion thought book. And the reason why I call it a thought book is because all of this is designed to spark the divinity or the God within each and every one of us. You know, I don't know, did y'all see those unemployment numbers that came out? And I'm sorry, I didn't memorize them, nor did I bring them. But I know that last month the numbers came out and they didn't look right. So the president fired the person who reported the numbers, fired the analyst. And then this month, they came out again. And they were still not good. And I think it's a bit old school, okay, and being stuck in a rut to be looking at those unemployment numbers and going, oh, Lord, we got a problem. The economy's going to hell. We know that the dollar's falling. We also know that there's becoming a global shift. And if you don't get on the global shift, on the global wave, then you're going to drown. And so if you are somebody and you're finding yourself unemployed or unemployable, then this book is for you. This book is for you. Why? Because it's going to help spark that divinity in you so you can figure out what you can do for self. You can own your own job, hire yourself out, right? Be self-employed as a way to either supplement the job that you already have, or if you just can't find anything, you can find a way to make a way for yourself. Because what it looks like, and somebody asked a question, I was watching a podcast, they said, well, where do these numbers come from? Usually what happens is they're reports from the state. So sometimes they're an aggregate of the state unemployment numbers. So the number of people that are applying for unemployment, that data gets gathered, like how long they've been unemployed, how many job applications, because usually when you get unemployment, they say, well, you gotta be applying for a job, blah, 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 blah. And so then those numbers are reported to the federal government. And I can't think of what agency it is. And then the aggregate is put together, excuse me, and you get this jobs report, excuse me. So their numbers are probably, there's a large error rate, I'll say that, likely with those numbers, because a lot of people aren't able to draw unemployment because you have to have had a job that you were previously employed at, that you later became unemployed at, right? In order to, excuse me, y'all, my allergies, I'm holding back a sneeze. I don't want to start a sneeze trail on y'all. Excuse me. You had to have been previously employed, and then became unemployed, like no longer had that job, and then to apply for unemployment. If a lot of people didn't have a job in the first place, then they may not be reported in those numbers. We also talked about previously on previous shows the number of disengaged employees and how many people go to work, but they're really just going for a paycheck. They're not really into it. They don't really want to be bothered, blah, 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 blah. So there's a lot in that number. The error rate is probably super duper high. So you got to pull out and go big picture. If you're unemployable, if you can't find a job, if your company let you go, you're going to have to let go of that mindset. You're going to have to figure out what it is that you do. If you get a license and you say, hey, well, then I'm going to be a plumber, or I'm going to be an electrician. You're going to have to get out here and hustle. You're going to have to get out here and figure it out. And so this book is going to help you do that. If you're a corporate professional and things have gotten to the point where you just don't like it no more, you don't feel like you're making a difference, you feel like you want to do more, blah, 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 this book's for you. If you're a young person and you're in college, just graduated from high school young and you're going to college and you say, I don't want to just matriculate through school to get out and pound the pavement and look for a job. Look for a job that more than likely may not be there, or look for a job that is going to pay you a lot less than what you're able to use to even pay back your student loans. This book is for you. Because again, it is designed to supplement what is already out here, the classes that you can take, and the way in which you can approach becoming a bigger and better version of yourself. But this mindset that's out here, this thinking pattern, we're going to have to change it. Because those unemployment numbers, Mr. President, aren't right in the first place. So even if they change, no matter what the numbers are, they're not properly calculating the number of people that are truly, in a traditional sense of the word, unemployed. Okay. There is an easy way, and I'm going to say it again, an easy way, which I put in the book, in which the United States can jumpstart this economy, a way in which they can cushion the fall that they're already in. I'm not going to give it away on the podcast, but I did a whole section on that. Easy way. The old model of excluding certain people and certain types of people from the flow of money, it ain't going to work. All this stuff that we're doing with, and I say we because the country, the United States, and some people agree with it, some people don't. And granted, I believe that there are certain things that need to be tightened up. You know, but this, let me go after you and J down on you while you at Home Depot trying to do for self and arrest you and send you to some slave castle in Africa that they talking about doing to people, and I'm just going to grab you because of how you look. That's not going to help the U.S. economy. It is not. And I say this for any and every organization right now that is out here. Organized, traditionally organized movements, meaning governments, religions, are probably not having the healthy participation that they would like. And the reason being is because Satan has gotten so big and so interactive in everybody's lives that if there's too many rules, if you will, people just can't participate. So while you can keep your rules in place, you're going to have to open up and allow people to come in and then teach them how to be in compliance with the rules. Then once you teach them, then you can hold them accountable. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. But you can't have these staunch rules out here in a world of where people are in complete survival mode, undisciplined. They don't know right from wrong. They don't even know they got a problem. You got the internet out here making people think that living an unsavory life per se is the way to get money. You got to open up. So if I was leading any of these organizations, any of these governments, anything, I would say to you, first, open up. This is how you're going to strengthen yourself. Open yourself up and bring back people who maybe left for whatever reason, or got bored or busy or disinterested or couldn't follow the rules, whatever. Bring everybody back. Then reteach, dear President, reteach people how to be a U.S. citizen. What does it mean to be a citizen of that particular nation? What does it mean to be a member of that organization? So you teach them that, you give them the tools of discipline, and then hold them accountable. And then tell them, okay, you got X amount of days to be in compliance. And if you're not, then we're putting you back. But most people then will become in compliance. Why? Because they like the idea of legitimately being in your nation or your organization. They like it. They're going to benefit from everything that you offer as a government, as a nation. They're going to benefit. And so they're not going to want to leave. And with the way things are today with technology and there's all kind of other things, then you go, hey, if you're not in compliance by such and such date, then you got to go. They're not going to come for 30 days and then be like, yeah, I got to go. Pretty soon, they're going to be just as much in compliance as the people who are already there. Some of y'all ain't hearing me. But making the decision like I'm just putting everybody out and I don't want people to come in. Yeah, you got to have organization and structure. But you can't, whether it's a spiritual tank in the street or a real tank in the street, that's not going to help your economy. It's just not. Sorry. It's not going to help. It's not going to help people. It's not going to help the nation to sustain itself. It's not going to do it. Anyway, I could say more about that. It's something I've been studying in terms of nation building. That's why it's one of my favorite chapters in the book. The way in which you grow and expand a nation versus breaking it down. And I don't think that, well, we're going to leave that alone because that's going to be a whole class. That's in the thought book, okay? That's going to be a whole class. Anybody with any questions about the book, anything that I'm talking about? We just got to, once I get through today, going through, making some tweaks, we'll be about 48 to 72 hours out from launching. And we'll be ready. We're going on tour. We're going to do some book signings. We're going to do some stuff at the Elijah Muhammad House Museum. Oh my God, wait till y'all see the event that we're planning. We are trying to figure out how to get this all done by the Holy Day of Atonement. You listen to me, you all, I can't say anything about it. I want to so badly, but I'm going to wait. Okay. Whew, needless to say, it's a game changer. It's a total game changer. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Any questions, any thoughts about the book topics? I think I read some of them the other day. We talked yesterday about some things. Any questions for me? I'm open to just chatting today. There's been so much happening in the news. Listen, y'all, let me say this too. And I'll tell you, I'm going to give you the same advice that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan gave to me. Keep your nose clean. Make sure your morals are in check. I'm paraphrasing. Because if you're dipping around doing stuff, but then you're secretly in bed with the enemy, it's only a matter of time before they expose you or use the threat of exposing you to control you. Here's another thing. Stop gossiping. When people bring you news, they have an agenda. People who are shady will try to appeal to whatever weakness they think that you have in you. If somebody bring you news about somebody, if you come to me and tell me something about one of my friends, I'm going to either say, you know what, let's get them on the phone. Let's have a conversation about it. Or I'm going to ask you, I was told, and I'll do it in a professional way, but I'll say, I was told that you did such and such, or you said such and such. Talk to me about that. What does that mean? Because some people just need to be taught. Some people are just so basic and so elementary and so low vibrational and so classless, and they don't even know it. They think that they all that, but they're just not. And they run around here with gutter language and talking negative and all of that. Look, don't get yourself caught up in that. Not because anybody can do anything to you. At the end of the day, they probably ain't going to do nothing. You might have to click over. I had to click over to my gangster. You ain't going to do nothing. But don't get caught up because it's just low vibrational. That 20, 30 minutes that you spend with your brain formulating the negative conversation, that 30 minutes that you went online digging up dirt on somebody, you are infusing that into your vibration. And we're such hypocrites in that we do that. And then we come on and say, hey, but I'm God's chosen. God don't play about me. God already got me. But you just spent an hour, sometimes some of us days, engaging in guttural conversation about somebody, trying to expose their faults, trying to hurt them. It's just not cool, man. Be a better example. Some of us are so jealous and so competitive that it drives them crazy when they see somebody else doing something or getting something. This is guttural language. And I guarantee you that when you look up tomorrow and something is happening, all you got to do is look back to yesterday, because everything that's happening today is a result of thoughts that you had yesterday, proverbially. So you got to work on that. And if a person is redeemable, I'm always about, hey, I'm open to having a conversation. Because if nothing else, well, one or two things that happen. Either we'll have the conversation and things will go well, we'll get on the same page, everything works out and you get it. Or you leave knowing, keep my name out your mouth. One or the other. But let's hope that it's a coming together, a unified way. And if you know me, I'm going to do everything I can not to have no beef, no issue, no problem with another Black person, especially in the same field or close around what I'm working on. Now, if I got to get with you, I am so capable of doing that. But I don't pull her out unless I absolutely necessarily have to. I can get with the best of them, and I'm pretty much fearless. So I'm not the one if I have to go there. But I just don't think that it's necessary. So let's be mindful about engaging in negative, dark, dismal behavior, because 9 times out of 10, the person that told you something that caused you to spiral is the devil himself anyway. They see an opportunity to control, and they're probably going back and forth. I'm just saying. Beware of the person that brings you news. Because that person bringing you news, especially beware of how they bring you the news. If they come to you and say, hey, I think you and brother so-and-so should have a conversation, because I think that they're misunderstanding who you are and what you're representing. And I think you might have a little bit of a misunderstanding about them. I'm happy to facilitate a conversation. I've done that plenty of times. But if they come to you saying, yeah, he said this, and this about you, and he said this and that, and let me tell you what this is going on. That's a devil. And you better know it. And you keep on keeping that devil up around you and see what happens. Because the thing about a devil is that they lay in the cut for you. And the next thing you know, something's going on. And you might be arrogant enough to say, well, they can't do nothing. No. Listen, man, it ain't personal. It's vibrational. It ain't personal. It's vibrational. So guard your vibration. Guard your vibration by staying away from negative things like that. Or here's the other side of it. Because I'm such a gladiator, is how I see myself. Find a way to shine light on the darkness if you can. Shining light on the darkness is doing like what I just said. Hey, you guys may want to talk. Let's see if we could facilitate a conversation. Because some people just make up stuff. Some people be going through stuff and they upset, or some people get triggered because they get jealous about something. And if they trace it back and be honest with themselves, they triggered, they competitive, they jealous about something, and then they go and talk about somebody or do something negative or take it out on somebody else. Sometimes it's a bunch of BS that don't even make sense. Just you make sure you don't get caught up in it. And if there's any way that you can shine a light on that darkness, then you should do so. And if you got to put the fire on them, put the fire on them. But make sure it's justified. No one just want to walk around putting fire on people. And sometimes you got to put a ring of fire around yourself. Like, look, what was that? I just heard that song in the whiz in my head. Don't bring me no bad news. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Any questions, thoughts? Because I thought y'all was going to have more questions about the book. So I didn't prepare anything specific for us. So I'm going to get out of here if y'all ain't got no questions, no comments that you want to talk about. 48 to 72 hours. The site will be live. So stay close. Okay. Because you'll be able to see. Oh, some of you all emailed me because you want to access some of the webinars that we had recently. All you have to do is Cash App $10 to Sajdah Enterprises, and we'll send you some links. And you can take a look at the sacred credit literacy. You could take a look at the money psychology. You can take a look at that stuff, and you can look at it as much as you want. When you get your own personal link. So you are able to do that. We got some other things coming up that you all will be able to be a part of. We've got some boot camps and some mastermind events that are going to be happening at the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House, probably after Holy Day of Atonement. So stay tuned and stay close for that kind of thing. But we got a whole plethora of stuff we're going to be offering to you that is really designed specifically not to upsell you, because that's what happens too when you go to these conferences. You go to the workshop, but the entire conversation, you get a few nuggets of things, but the entire conversation is designed to upsell you to something else. That's not what this is designed to do. We are designing these workshops, this workforce development, all of this stuff. And we're going to be going all around the country doing it, like I said, as well as doing it at the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House. But we're doing it and we're designing it so that it uplifts you, so that it raises your awareness. Okay. So stay close, stay tuned. I'll do some lives. I'm working on this event and I'm working on the book and a few other things that are coming up. So, yeah, I can't think of anything else. And y'all don't get caught up in all this stuff that y'all reading and hearing, all this. Okay, here's the unemployment numbers, and here's the this and the that. You need to be looking at this going, that ain't got nothing to do with me. What has to do with me is about building generational wealth, about nation building, about, I'm sorry, there's a bird looking in the window and I'm looking like, what are you trying to say? You trying to remind me of something? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, what should be concerning you is, how do you collaborate with like-minded people to push your own personal life forward? How do you help people in your circle? How do you help your relatives, your children, your family? How do you become a cohesive unit? These are the kind of things we should be focusing on. Now, I'm telling y'all, those numbers are not real anyway. Some people say, well, numbers don't lie. Well, they lie if they ain't put together right. And they lie if they're misinterpreted. But everybody's not on unemployment. So they should change that to the number of people that have reported themselves to be unemployed. You got people who became unemployed, who got fired or laid off or whatever, but now they got their own business. They say, hey, you know what? I got to figure out how to do this. I'm just saying. So, and I have some historical stuff in the book that talks to us about how to navigate, how they navigated in this world before there was this whole concept of employment or unemployment. Because I tell you something I'm going to say this last thing before I go, something that's happening to a lot of us that are corporate professionals, especially Black women. I was reading something and they said something like 50,000 professional Black women have lost their jobs. We need to be finding a pathway into entrepreneurship. It might be rough at first. You may need some support, but this is why. Many of us have had to be more qualified than our counterparts just to have a basic job, or a job that may have been a couple levels below where our qualifications should have put us. And so by the time we're in our 50s, right, we are so overqualified for most stuff that nobody's going to hire us. And so when I coach, especially Black women on this, you're going to have to be okay with going into becoming an independent consultant, finding a way to get with people like Sister Aletha so you can have your own health insurance, getting with people like me so I can show you how to be an independent contractor, how to start your own business, how to employ yourself. Because what these companies are now doing is they're saying, okay, we can't afford to hire you on a regular basis. So we can't give you regular employment, but we can bring you in as an independent contractor. And so for the next 6 months, you're going to make X amount of dollars. And then while you're doing that, you can be looking for the next assignment. The structure's changing, y'all. And it's really only right now, the only people that oftentimes they want to hire are people of a lesser skill set. Those are the people who are oftentimes able to be employed. But the people with the higher skill set are priced out of the market. I'll do a show about this to explain to you all what's happening and how you have to just shift. You have to make a shift. Everything is changing. You have people who are in their 70s who are now on retirement who are saying, this ain't enough. This book is for you too, because now you got time, you retired, you can build your own income stream. You may say, well, this ain't enough, but if you can build an income stream that brings you in an extra couple $1,000s a month, that's a game changer. You don't have to restrict yourself on getting your money from a company or from the man or whatever terminology you use. You can make this happen yourself. You may just want to take a couple dollars and start a drop shipping company, because being that you're retired, you got time to manage it. There's a lot more that you can do. And with this little thing right here called a computer, you could be on the beach somewhere and be running a whole business. Some of you have spent your entire life in one particular field. I don't care if you've been the garbage man for 50 years. There's waste management consulting you can do. There's transportation and logistics that you can do. There's recycling consulting that you can do. There's a whole ton of things that you can do based upon your many years of experience, because guess what? The newer generations that are out here do not, and more than likely will not, have the experience that you have, because those long-term employment opportunities don't exist anymore. So you're in a unique position. Take advantage of it. Okay. If you want me to do some business advisory work, sitting on your board, helping you solve a problem, crisis management, risk management, whatever for your business, or if you say, you know what, I just want some quick coaching, book that in the coaching you should be booking in the next 4 to 6 weeks, because while we're out moving around on the road promoting the book and stuff like that, I can't promise that I'm going to be able to take on more coaching clients. Now, some of the business advisory stuff we'll be able to fit in and take on, because that's not something that's going to take a lot of small increments of time. So we can come into your business, sit on your board, help you solve a problem, whatever it is that you need to do. That stuff we could probably fold into some of the promotions and the development of the museum. But the smaller coaching that requires those little small 1 hour increments is going to be hard to do after the next 4 to 6 weeks. All right, family. Okay. Love you very much. Stay tuned. It's coming out soon. I'll keep y'all posted. Stay close. Okay, family. Enjoy your Saturday. Love on somebody today. Take care of somebody today. Do something for somebody that, maybe they just didn't expect. Call them up. Say, hey, can I take you to dinner? Call them up and say, hey, can I bring you something? Love on somebody today. Support somebody today. Take care of somebody today. That's all I'm saying. This is what we do on this circle, on this network, y'all. All right, family. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. Support the movement. Go to Cash App, Sajdah Enterprises. You can support the completion of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad Museum that way. There's Zelle, there's all these ways. If you want to become a sponsor of anything that we're doing, whether it's the book, whether it's the tour, whether it's the museum, whether it's one of the master classes, whether it's our financial literacy, whatever it is, look. And I'm going to have, I didn't tell her this, but I'm going to have Sister Aletha come on and talk about Club Blue Wealth. And we'll do a little bit so that you can see the other financial literacy arm that is being prepared and put together for you. Okay. All of this is designed to supplement what you could already be doing. So y'all don't got to binary think and say, okay, well, I'm down with this person and that. Just come on. Just come on. Get all the tools that you can. Because let me tell y'all something, because when Satan wake up and realize like, wait a minute, they mobilizing, they're going to come for us. We got to be ready. And we can be. Our unity got us. Okay, family. Love you all very much. Peace and blessings. And I'll see you all soon. Okay? Assalamu alaikum.
I have received so many pleasures, so many very good to look at, whether you own them or not. It's a pleasure just to look at such presents. Why, I have never witnessed so many presents. I think I have to build me a house for presents. This shows what Allah can do for you and me if we believe in Him.
There is nothing that we could not accomplish in the name of God. You know what your problem is? You don't have even a worthy goal to strive after. I'm going to give you an assignment today. Here's an assignment. Is there something you want? Do you want something? Something that you want, but you have not been able to get it? Huh? Close your eyes. Do you see it? Whatever it is that you want, first envision it. You got the picture. Do you see it? All right, now the question is, you have to claim what you see. I claim this. I claim it. I believe with all my heart in the name of God that I'll bring what is in my imagination into reality. We're going to bring it back like it never was. I see in the dome the name Allah written in Arabic. But I can't just dream. I got to go to work. How do you bring it into concrete reality? First, without faith, you can't work the vision.